lot of fun learning Chinese. It was kind of hard and very difficult at some times, but it was very fun to learn a language that I knew nothing about.
So when I took Chinese, I was really, really nervous at first. But going through the year, like I've learned a lot and like I recognize a lot of words and like I feel like I've grown in Chinese and like understanding and learning. So it was a great experience.
It's only 50 minutes for 3 times a week. So you really have to be on top of it. You have to be on top of what you're learning for your dialogues, your character writing, your opinion. You have to keep on top of everything. But otherwise, it was really fun to learn a different language than we already know. Like, I already know English and Spanish, so learning Chinese was a difficult but fun experience, I would say.
I like Chinese because I love my lasher. She is very patient with the class. Chinese is difficult, but once you put your mind to it, she will help you get through it. We did not give up. We stick through the whole semester. I learned a lot and I appreciate my lasher, and I wish to continue this class in the near future with my lasher.
Most of the challenges in this class, I overcame them by studying a lot, and I visited my teacher many times, asked her lots of questions, and she was very helpful.
So the difficulties that I faced with me was pronunciation. I just have a really hard time pronouncing things just because to me they sound similar, like different words, which is completely understandable, and I did receive help and I went to the tutor and everything, so I did manage to overcome some of those challenges.
It helps you understand the culture and everything, and it's not as hard as everybody thinks it is. At least at first, it's takes a little bit to understand how different it is and how to study for it. The hardest thing is probably learning the characters for it and getting the right stroke marks and everything. That definitely takes the longest, but the pinyin and everything isn't too bad. Once you keep practicing it, it gets a lot easier.
We studied together, so it made it better. And we had a good teacher, so it made it very good. She's available to us and very helpful. The challenges that I faced were getting the concept of the language, and the characters were hard. You just have to be committed and willing to study for it.
Characters are definitely going to be the hardest, at least for me. A lot of them look very similar and they have so many different meanings.
I practiced a lot on my own. I wrote out the characters on paper, I did whiteboard stuff with my roommate just to make sure I was doing the characters right.
For Chinese, I would say definitely you have to work outside of class in order to do well, and you have to come to class in order to do well. And if you do those two things, I feel like you'll be pretty successful in class.
For any future students who would like to study Chinese, I just say go for it. It's pretty fun. You learn a lot of stuff about the Chinese culture and why they do why they do all this stuff all their why they have their characters and everything the way they are. You just learn a lot of background about it, and how they greet each other is a lot different than how you greet people in America, and how you just talk to people in general, introduce people, or even hanging out with people at their homes. It's a lot different than your current situation, and it just broadens your perspective on culture wise, and it's also pretty fun.
Chinese class is very fun. All you have to do is stay focused and keep your mind to it and study. If you don't study, you don't know anything. So study, guys.